Hi guys, and welcome to another Divi for WordPress theme tutorial. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesigntechtips.com. Well, we've been putting this little site together with a fantastic Divi 4 theme from Elegant Themes. If you want to take it for a test drive, you can do so from my affiliate link below this video. Today we're going to build this little price table section, and it's got a few sort of interesting animations going on. Everything reveals itself when you hover over it. Really easy to do with the Divi theme. So let's get started. I've got a page here that hasn't got it on, so I'm going to enable the visual builder. The visual builder enables us to build on the front end in real time. It's fantastic. Let's go down to where we want to build. Right here. I'm going to add a new section. Blue one for a section, green one for a row. I want to add a section. I'm going to have a regular section, and I'm just going to have one row, one column. Divi by standard comes with all these modules included, plenty enough to build just about any sort of site. If you've got WooCommerce installed, it's got an extra 16 of these modules dedicated to WooCommerce. So I want to have a pricing table. So if we go down here, pricing table, just going to click on that and pull this up so you can see, and there it is. It's inserted one already, and which is okay, but it's not what I'm looking for. So let's just customize it the way we want to customize it. So we're in the main module now, and here's our two tables that we've got there. I'm going to work on the first one, and then I'll scrap the second one and probably copy the first one over once I've got my styles down. So I'm going to hit the cog, table title, starter, of course you're going to want to put in whatever you want to put in here. Currency, dollar, that's fine. Frequency, say per month, we can say per year, per day, whatever frequency you like to have it. Say $49.99. Button, we'll put a button in there, and we'll say start now. Now you can't see the button yet because we put no link in, but as soon as we put a link in, that button will pop up. Body, here's our various things. So let's put in a few things. Say 2 terabyte storage. I'm making this up as I go along. Of course, you'll have features of your own to put in. And to add a feature, if I put that correctly, just put a new line in. If you want it to be grayed out, put a minus before it. If you want it to be regular, put a plus before it. So that just came up as an example. If we put a plus before it, well, it'll still look exactly the same. See, it's dark like these up here. If you put a minus beside it, it becomes grayed out like that, but I don't want that one in there, so I'm going to get rid of that. That's just if you want to add more, easy enough to do. Okay, let's move on down. Link, here we go. Now button link, just going to put a hashtag because I've got nowhere for it to go at the moment, but as soon as I put that in there, as you can see, the button appears. Fantastic. Okay, background, let's give it a nice garish orange background because we've been using orange and blue on the rest of this site, so we'll use that for this as well. That's fine. I'm actually going to get rid of those bullet points, so what I'm going to do at this point, I'm just going to hit the green check mark that'll take us back to the main pricing table modules. And if we go to elements, I'm going to take those bullets out. Show bullets? No, because I'm going to put everything in the middle. Okay, let's go back into our module we were working on, and let's go to our design tab. Let's start bashing some designs in here. Layout, that's fine. The middle one will have featured because it makes it a little larger and makes it stand out a little bit. We can set the color here. I've got no bullets and no point. Text, I'm going to have it center aligned. Don't want any text shadow on there. Title text, that's starter up here. I'm going to make that white. It's already white. Oh, that's the background color. I'm going to make that blue. And let's make the text itself. We'll make it semi-bold. Yeah. There we go. Let's capitalize it. Make sure it's in the middle, which it already is. And I will give it a little bit of text shadow. And we'll keep scrolling down to the next one. Body text. Again, I'm going to make that white. I'm going to leave it everything else as it is. Make sure it's in the middle. There we go. And you can see the sort of grayed out ones are no longer grayed out, but we've got an option down below to change that. Text shadow, don't want any on the body text there. Subtitle text, that's this right here. Pretty much going to leave that alone. I think I'll just give it a little bit of box text shadow to make it stand out like the thing above it. That's fine. Yeah, that one right there. Keep going down. The price text obviously is that number there. Well, I want to make that white. Oops, that's the background color. I'm going to make the background color blue and the actual text color white. I want to make it a little bit bigger, so I'm going to make it semi-bold, a bit like we did with the title there. A little bit of box shadow, or text shadow I should say. Don't want to round off any corners, but I will give it a top and bottom border, just a little white borders to just separate it a little bit from there. Top, a little white border, and we'll say probably just 1 pixel, just like that. And we'll have similar for the bottom, so let's hit the bottom. As you can see, you can do these individually and make that white. There we go. You can do all 4 at once, top, right, bottom, or left. So I've just done the top and bottom there. Going on down, currency and frequency, obviously those are these two things. Again, I'm just going to make that white so it stands out on our background. Might bring it up slightly. There we go. Not going to give it any box shadow. I guess I could try. It doesn't hurt. Okay. Excluded text item. That's what we were talking about. These items that were sort of excluded before. I'm going to make them. If we go into the box there, I'm going to make them yellow. So they're kind of subtle there. But I'm also going to put a line through them, which is here. You've got italic, capitalized, upper and lower capitals, underline, and line through. So it's pretty obvious that you're not going to get those things. Okay, moving on down. Let's go to our button. Use custom styles for button. Yep. Button text color, well I want that white. Button background, we'll have that blue. And on the hover state, if you want to make a hover state for the button background, go over, hover over the button where it says button background here. These icons will appear. Hit the little arrow. And for the regular version, which is called desktop, just want it as it is. For the hover version, just want to make it a bit darker. So I've just left clicked on the color and I'm pulling it down just to make it obvious that that's active. Button border width, let's give it 2 pixels, which is I think the default anyway, and I'll make it the blue. I'm not going to change the hover state on that. You can change the letter spacing, etc. there. Button font's fine. Font weight's fine. I will capitalize it though, and because we've put it on the other things. Actually, let's go back up and we'll flip that back to desktop so it's the regular color. So we've capitalized it. I don't want an icon at the moment, even though it says no. There's a little icon there when you hover. If you want that, fine. Elegant Themes gives you all these wonderful icons to work with here. I'm going to say no, so I'm going to flip that to yes and then back to no. Now it's gone. Fantastic. Okay, and button text shadow. We've had it in the other buttons, so I may as well use it here too. Button margin, button padding. Margin will either push it down or up if you put margin top and bottom with a button. I want to make it wider, so I'm going to say sort of 60 pixels each side. Hit the little chain and it'll do both of them for you. That's fine. Bit of box shadow. And I've missed out the border radius, so let's go back up to border. Going back up here. Border radius. I want it to have rounded corners, kind of like our other buttons here. So I'm going to give it 50 pixels. Just put in the 50, it'll put in the PX for you in most of these boxes. Okay, that's pretty much it for this. If we keep on going down, I was going to give it a bit of box shadow. Keep going down, back to where we were. Spacing fine. Border. I just gave it a 1 pixel white border, all round, 1 pixel white. You'll find it hard to see because it's white on white, but when I put a shadow in there, it should stand out a little bit better. Box shadow. Let's go for this one, and let's just bring it down the vertical position a little bit. So I've not got any at the top, but I have got on the bottom. There you can see that white border standing out a bit there. So that's it for this one. Let's just save this. What I'm going to do, the second one here, I'm going to trash it. I'm going to clone this first one twice, one, and one more. Now what I'll do is, I'll leave that there I guess. The second one here, I'm going to set as featured, so I'm going to design, layout, make this table featured. As you can see, it's popped it up just a little bit. That's fine. What I'll do now is pause the video and I'll just change some of the text in here so they're slightly different. No point you watching me do that. It's exactly the same as what we were doing here. Okay, so I just changed the prices out and the details out slightly there, so we've got something different. Let's go about making this a little more interesting by sort of flipping it like we had in the other one here. So it's like kind of like a deck of cards spreading out until you hover on it. Real easy to do yet again. So let's go into the first one. Let's go to design. Let's go down right to the bottom to transform. Now we've used this one before. Scale, that makes it grow or shrink. Translate, that actually moves it. So what I'm going to do is hit the translate. And I want two states here. I want a regular state and a hover state. So I'm going to hover over where it says transform there, hit the little arrow as usual, and it gives us a desktop and a hover state. Desktop state, I want this to, I'm going to uncheck that so it doesn't do them both at once. I want this to move in so it's sort of overlapping. Can't remember what we did on the other one, but we'll do something like, say 120. That's on the regular desktop state, and then when it's on the hover state, when your mouse is hovering over it, I want it to be 0, so I'm just going to type in 0 there. It'll be back where it was, and you can tell from the button over there I'm in the hover state right now. That's strange. So we've got our desktop and hover state. So desktop, it's sort of behind that one. Hover state it's not. Let's move on to the next one and do the same thing. Transform rotate, which you can twist it backwards, sideways, curve it round. This is the one I want right here because I want to sort of tip it. There we go. but I'm actually on the hover state now, so I want to put that back to 0. Go to desktop state. Now I want to tip it. Something like that. Yeah, that's going to work fine. Okay, and then on the hover state, we want that to be 0 again. And obviously you do what you want. I'm just demonstrating how to do this. It's a really useful feature for making things like that. Back to desktop state, that's fine. This second one here, let's just save. Back to the main module there and work on the second one. All I want this one to do is just grow a bit when I hover over it. So design, down at the bottom, transform. Here's the grow or scale. Okay, regular state, we want that. So I'm going to hit that little arrow to get our hover and desktop up. Regular state wants to be just like that. Hover state, let's make it grow by about 20%. I think I did the other one. Yeah, 20%. Don't want it too much because I don't want it coming over the section tabs there. That's on the hover state. Desktop state's fine. Move on, and let's kind of do the opposite with this one that we did with the first one, the third one. Now you're going to find the first one, because it's going backwards, is going to twist 360. This one's just going to tilt, which is fine by me. Okay, design, down to the bottom, transform. I want to be able to see that one because I want to match them. Alright, we don't want it to scale. I'll make this just a little bit bigger. We want it to translate, and we want it to, I think I did 120, so I need to do probably minus 120 here. Let's uncheck that. Minus 120. Yeah, that's fine. Now we want to go over to, I only want that on the desktop state, so let's go to our transform. That's fine on the desktop. On the hover, I'll make sure I set that to 0 again. There we go, fine. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This time we want to flip it the other way. So on regular desktop, it wants to be this way. Plus 20. There we go. Let's try that. I'm pretty sure that, oh no, that's obviously in the hover state right there. Okay, that's fine. Now in the hover state, I want it to be 0. There we go. Save that. Just make sure I got that right, because I'm pretty sure that should be tilted like the other one, or in the opposite direction. But I think I've left it in the hover state here. Yeah, sure have. Right there. So let's save all of our changes. Let's get back out of this. Actually, I'll add an animation while I'm in here to the whole row, so it just pops up. Hit the cog, design, down to animation, right at the bottom there, and we'll have it slide up from the bottom. How's that sound? So we'll say up. There we go. Save that. Let's save our page changes with purple button and hit the little green save button. Once saved, let's exit our visual builder and go down and take a look at what we've got here. There we go, and when we hover over, we can get to everything. Yeah, that button's behaving itself now, that's fine. And this one should grow a little bit, and this one should just tilt back to normal. So there we are. They've got some nice little eye-catching effects there. It's going to make your visitors want to hover over these things to see what they do. So I hope you've enjoyed that and found it useful. If you have, please give it a thumbs up, comment, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.